start off just an update on Will Fries. He had successful surgery in Florida. He'll be flying home today. Wish him all the best in his recovery. Just an ultimate competitor. Feel for him. He's been doing everything, right all year, playing his tail off, and it's just an unfortunate thing that happened to him. So wish him all the best in his recovery.
Take our first question from James.
Shane, I know you're not on social media, but just to, I guess, get it out the way, when healthy, is Anthony Richardson your starting quarterback?
Yes, he is our starting quarterback.
Okay, and then just an update on his overall health, JT, like those two guys in particular.
Yeah, they're doing well. We'll see how the week goes, but they're both feeling really good. So we'll see how the week progresses.
Nate?
Hey, Shay, I know we asked you yesterday about kind of your faith in this defense, the players, and how they're going to turn this around. Just kind of curious what your faith level is in Gus Bradley to do the same. Kind of what is it about Gus that I guess gives you the confidence that he can right this ship?
Well, Gus has been doing this for a long time, and he's had incredible defenses, obviously, where he's been, and I got the faith and trust in him to get this thing turned around. And if you look back at the game, the biggest thing that we need to improve on is, not giving up the explosive plays. And we allowed, too many of those, and we got to get those things cleaned up. And also, affecting the quarterback, whether that's with a 4-man rush, a 5-man rush, or a 6-man rush, we got to affect the quarterback early in games, and we go from there.
Steven?
Hey, Shane, maybe this isn't like the biggest problem, but, Alec had those big plays late in the game yesterday. I don't think he had any targets before like those last few minutes. And I'm wondering this, I think he's 4th on your team in targets. He does have these big plays, this series of big plays all year. Can you or should you do more as a team to get him the ball, or what do you think? What do you see there?
Yeah, he's a big play waiting to happen, and those big plays just happen to happen at the end of the game, and he created them. And if we can get him early in the game too, that's great. And the plays that we hit there at the end, we got great looks for him. We got great looks, and he was able to come down with them. But yeah, we'll always look at that stuff early in games. Getting Pitt the ball, downs the ball. Obviously, JT's got to get his touches. Everyone's got to get their touches. So that's something we look through, Stephen, every week, and we'll keep looking at that for sure.
Greg?
Hey, Shane, you don't need to worry about social media for this one. I wrote it, and I'll ask you, and I want you to understand where I'm coming from so you know how to answer it. You look at Richardson, 3 TDs, 6 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Policing percentage is what it is. Flacco's done what he's done. Are you guys trying to win this year, or are you trying to develop Richardson? Obviously, you want to do both, but
Yeah,
does one take precedence over the other?
we're trying to win football games. That's the bottom line. We're trying to win football games, and when Anthony's out there, obviously he makes a lot of big plays for us, and that's where it's at.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Kevin?
Shane, what didn't you see from Anthony last week that you need to see this week in order for him to play?
Just making sure he feels really good with his body. Obviously the medical staff, all those different things, but going through that process, the rehab, the practice, making sure he feels ready to go.
And I know it can be a big phrase, but do you feel like AD has made some business decisions in competing for the ball?
No, I think you work through those things. AD, he's got great route running ability, and we'll continue to work through those things as we get going for sure.
Joel?
Shane, is it fair to say that like for your defensive philosophy, it would be limit explosives as much as possible, and everything kind of works off that?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. You want to eliminate explosives and then keep the points down, is a big deal. So that's where it's at, and we'll work through those things. Shoot, like I said, man, I really do. I got a lot of confidence in the guys in the locker room. I really do. We had 2 good weeks the past 2 weeks. Obviously, we'd love to have yesterday back, but we can't take it back, and we got to move forward. We got to learn from our mistakes. There's constructive criticism, holding people accountable. Going forward. And that's what we got to get done. We got a huge division game coming up, in Tennessee that we got to get ready to go play.
George?
Shane, Dalton Tucker was obviously one of the big stories of the preseason. What did you see from him after he came in, and how tough of a situation is that for a guy coming right off the bench?
Yeah, it's tough, and I thought he handled it really well. He came in and did some good things. Pass pro was clean. So obviously we'll look at that this week. But if he's out there at that guard spot, got a lot of faith in him moving forward for sure.
And we'll take our last two here. We'll go James and then Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin already asked mine, so I'm good.
All right.
Kevin?
Shane, I know a lot of people say when you're down 14 analytically, if you score that touchdown, you go for 2. Is that something you believe in?
Without getting into detail, I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but there also is a time and a place where if you go for 2 there and you don't get it, it's kind of like, oh crap. So sometimes you take the points there and then you go for 2 at the end if you need to do it and win it. And obviously to go for 2 there's 2:30 left. I didn't think it was the right time to go for 2 there at the end because of the time on the clock.